What's going on, guys? Just got this FS130R steel weed whacker and string trimmer, and it starts pretty easily, no problems. Obviously, this pull cord doesn't retract all the way, but I get it to start. But what I noticed is when I hit the throttle, the cable is not turning. So something going on between the engine, clutch, and cable. So I think I'm going to dig in right away, see if I can find out what's going on, see if it's something easy, and then I'll show you how to fix it. So I'm going to start with taking all this stuff off, get down, and I got to split the case in here. Not split the case, but I got to split the shaft away from the motor to see what's going on down there. So right off the bat, I want to get all this stuff off, and I'm going to get this pull cord assembly off. And if I do figure it out in something, I'll obviously either restring this or tighten that down. Now we gotta get this cover off. Just want to get the gearbox stuff out of the way too. Makeshift air filter. This should just pop. There it goes. So this should just pop off. And normally this just splits, but what I'm trying to do here is just pry this guy apart a little bit. There it goes. Now, okay. So definitely not the cable, because when I move, see down there, the head's moving with the clutch. Although this bell housing was pretty roughed up. But let's see what the clutch actually looks like. I'm actually going to disconnect the coil in the throttle. Give me a little more space. There we go. I just disconnected the throttle on the back side here and the coil wires. So it looks like this clutch is all rusted up. It doesn't. I ran into a problem like this before, that these guys were either too tight, so when it would spread out, the clutch plates would hit the bell housing, but then wouldn't come up, so then the head just kept spinning. So I ran into that problem before. What I'm having problems here with now is these guys don't open up at all. So there's two options here, in my opinion. We just replace this, just get a whole new clutch, or we could try to clean it and make it work. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try to clean it, but I am still going to replace it. I want to just show you what it's like to try to clean these things, because sometimes yours may not be this bad, but you're having problems with it. We'll lubricate some things, get all this rust off. Even this spring is, I don't like this at all. If yours is this bad, replace it. But I'm going to show you how to clean it up, and then you can try it on your own if you're having problems with yours sticking or if it's not catching at all. So let's get this clutch off, and I'll show you how to clean that up. There's two screws there. You can see how rusty this thing is. Pretty bad. There should be a plate on the back right there. Little pins that go down inside there. The problem with some of the aftermarket clutches, these plates are different sizes. They don't sit in right. They just don't work very well. I wouldn't recommend them. Definitely go to try and get a stock clutch if you need to replace these. Let's take this apart and see if we can clean it up. Should be a little washer under here. There they are. These guys are they're supposed to act like springs. You can see how they're kind of bent. They're supposed to push this plate away. As you can see, it wasn't helping because it was so rusty. I want to run these guys through the wire wheel quick and see if we can clean up a lot of the surfaces on these. All right, those guys are cleaned up a little bit. I'm probably going to hit them also with the buffing wheel. Let me hit these springs real fast, and then we'll look at the clutch. Okay, so that's it. Just pop those springs in. Sometimes the spring breaks, but this one's in good. This one's strong, but it's definitely rusted. A little better. Let's just get this one quick. I don't know if you can tell, but these guys, just clean these guys up. A lot smoother on the surfaces. I have a chance to open and close now. So I just want to buff these guys real quick on the outside, on the buffing wheel, get them as smooth as you can. You can see there's definitely some pitting on this, so I don't know how well this would work. All right, I just kind of buff these a little bit. Still a little pitting, but a lot smoother to the edge, so that there may be hope. Might actually rub a little sandpaper on these edges real quick. We don't want anything rised up a little bit because that's going to catch on these plates when these open and close. All right, so anything that's sticking up is going to give me a problem. Much better. Let's do this side real quick. Make sure you don't sand down this elbow. Cool. I'm going to hit these with the buffing wheel real fast, and I'll be right back. All right, kind of got a little bit of a mirror edge on there. Try to make it as smooth as possible, and now we're going to give it a shot, see if we can put this thing all back together. So we're going to get one side in, and then we'll see if we can get the other side in. And now lift that guy up. There we go. Kind of went easier than I thought it was going to. Cool. All right. Now we have these spring-loaded pieces. This piece goes in here. Okay. Push that down. We have this one. And what I'm going to do is now put that back in, but I want to clean up the bolt heads on this real fast and see if it, once I start it, run it, see if it will spread open. Sometimes I'll put a little bit of lubrication here, but I don't want to put much on because I don't want it to get on the clutch plates. I also am going to clean up the bell housing quick too. Right, clean those guys up real fast. I want to clean this guy up inside here a little. So I want to get some of that rust off. Use a little bit of sandpaper there. Just going to lock that down. And then a little bit of brake cleaner. That's ready to go. Let's get the engine back together. I'm going to use a tiny bit of lithium on here. Just on those surfaces right there so that it glides open. And a tiny bit underneath here. Some people will probably argue with me that you shouldn't do this, and that's fine. For how much grease is on there, that's very unlikely it's going to get out on the surfaces. What I'm just trying to do is make sure that this clutch can open and close. So let's get this back on the flywheel. And remember, these little pins here on the bottom side go down into these, there we go, those bolt receivers. Let's get that started. So, all right, I like that. Let's let me clean this up real quick, and then let's put it back on. Let's connect the coil first. Those two. We're going to slide this guy in. There's little dowel pins here. Now let's get this coil attached. And we'll attach the throttle next. This in first. Okay, and this goes down. There we go. Now let's get this back on so everything stays in place. I want to show you quick how to get the slack out of your pull cord here. All right, that's a little excessive. So easy trick. just pull those 3 bolts off here, those Torx, T27 Torx. Pull this through. We're going to wind this one more time. And there we go. Now I think I could get a little bit more out of that. See this little notch here? It makes it a little easier. Pull there. Oh. Go one more time. Grab this, pull the slack through, get it on that notch, and make it another turn. All right, you don't want to turn this too many times. You'll put too much stress on the spring. There we go. And then it's just mount it back on with the 3 screws, and you're in business. Let's put the air filter back in. This little guard, which is supposed to have 2 screws, but this one's broken. That's okay. I'll take it. And then the air filter cover. Hopefully this works. If it does, maybe I'll run it like this for a while. If not, you know, I'm definitely going to go and replace it. But let's reconnect the spark plug. Give it a few primes. Choke it. So what we're looking for now is the weed whacker head to spin once I start this, okay? Okay, I guess you could see that, but it does spin. The only problem is it does continue to spin when it's idling, which I don't like. So I'm going to go ahead and replace that with a new clutch. But for now, it's usable. It's just a safety hazard. But you noticed if I set it on the ground and stop the head from spinning, it didn't stall, which is good. That means it's not completely locked up. It's just catching still a little bit. I think those plates are just too much pitting going on in there, and that's causing that to grab. So anyway, hopefully that helps, and maybe help you save a little bit of money instead of replacing that, or if you're in a pinch and need to use it, that'll work out for you. Got any questions or any other suggestions that might help you out or help me out? So hit me up in those comments if you have any questions. Make sure you check out some of my other videos. Check that like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys next time. Thanks for watching.